Okay, I have a KitchenAid 5-quart mixer and a Electrolux Magic Mill Assistent mixer, the 450 watt model. I have them side by side. Each has one room temperature egg white. Can either one of them beat a single egg white? Alright, let's find out. Here we go. Alright, I believe that what we've proven is that neither one of them can do a single egg white. There they are. Both completely not whipped. Alright, here we are with the 5-quart KitchenAid. That is the Millennium Edition. I bought it just before the year 2000. And it has 350 watts. This is a Magic Mill Assistant made by Electrolux, now made by Ankarsrum, two different names for the same company, and it has 450 watts. So he has 150 watt, or he has 100 watts more. Now, they can both whip 2 egg whites, but which one does it faster? If I set them on maximum setting, who wins? Here we go. Grain bubbles, and those are larger grain bubbles. This is hitting it with 2 whiffs, so it gets less time to settle down. This is a single whisk that does laps. It's going to take twice as long to go all the way around. KitchenAid is making taller dips, and the Magic Mill is making finer grain, shorter dips. The KitchenAid is more fine grained and fully whipped in the center, but it has loose edges. And the Magic Mill is more consistent. most of the egg whites. Now watch the difference between what I have to do to get at it. Drop the handle, undo the whisk, pull it out, take off the bowl, and now I can get at it. And oops, I'm not in the camera sight. Hold on. Okay, here you have, let me back up the camera. These guys are whipped. They're, you know, very crunchy. I think we've gone past stiff peaks into something more lumpy, or you see what they are, shaving cream. Okay, over here, what have we got? To get at it, what do I have to do? There I dropped the handle, dropped the arm, took off the bowl, took off the whisk, finally could get at it. Here I go like that, and now I can get at it. These guys also are lumps. And are they, hold on, where did I put my, here it is. Here is, that is the same place. Whipping wise, it's the same place. You just didn't do it as separate hunks. It's smoother to get into this, I'll say that much. It just doesn't have the drama, but it has the same effect. Let me see. Pinch these, what I've got. Okay. Which of these is better done? They feel the same. They really do. They got to the same place. Okay, that's all. I got egg white on my fingers. Okay, I'm going to make my grandmother's sugar cookie recipes on 2 different machines so you can compare them. This is a KitchenAid 5-quart 350 watts. I bought it in 1998. This is a Magic Mill Assistent made by, it used to call itself Electrolux, now it's called Ankarsrum, which is the same company, they just changed their name. Now this one works by making the bowl spin around. That slot goes on a pin, and it scrapes the bowl as it's operating using the scraper. And this works like human fingers, and when you make buttercream, it won't whip air into the buttercream frosting, which is unique and makes higher grade frosting. Okay, you put the pin there, and the little rubber ring goes rolling around on the rim, and when you turn it on, the bowl spins. And if you've got such a large batch, like this can do 7 pounds of flour, so that's 23 cups of flour at a time. If you've got such a large batch, the dough starts trying to climb out the side. What you do is you pull this in and you tighten it. If I could figure out how to do that backwards. Okay? And now it'll leave more room for the dough, and the dough won't climb out. If as you're working with it, it would be good for this to go to the middle. You wish it would go to the middle. Whoops. I've done it now. If you wish it would go to the middle, just take your hand and make it go to the middle. You can interact with this. And I'll show you how it goes when it's working. So there you see the bowl spins. Now, I'm going to try to do a batch of cookies with the other bowl. Put the pin on the post, put the bowl over it, and now when you put the whisk on it, the whisk will turn and the bowl will hold still. It reverses who's spinning. Now, on the KitchenAid, I can tell you for a fact that if you try to put something that you're pouring in with a measuring cup or a bowl, it hits the head and it has a hard time getting down there. They made a guide that keeps the flour from flying out, and supposedly is a pouring shield to help you get it in there, it's impossible to use. Nobody uses it. So you put your dry ingredients on a sheet of parchment paper and then pour them in. You'll see how that goes. This one, it's open, you just stick stuff in there. So this is going to have the sugar, which I add like that. Let's see how it goes over here. To put this together, put the bowl on the peg, snap down the back, put this on, and bring it up. And see, watch how the pouring, are you in, can you see this? You can see this. Okay, that works. Okay, but you see, I have issues with the head being in the way. You really do. If you've got a bigger bowl or a bigger something, this head is a problem. No joke. Okay. Now on this, if I turn it a little bit, it'll turn on and stay on continuously. If I turn it further, it's a timer and it will turn itself off. The Electrolux will not throw flour out of the bowl. A KitchenAid will. So a KitchenAid, you have to start off slow and then increase it. On a Electrolux, it isn't like that. It doesn't fling flour. Okay, so turning them on at the same time, I'm going to just make these cookies and let you watch. I don't know how this will do making cookies with a whisk. They now have a wire whip that's just one loop of metal instead of a bunch of loops of metal. It's probably an improvement, but I don't have it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's take a look. That guy is pretty uniform. This guy is better on the sides and some sugar stuck down at the bottom. Did you see that? I don't know how well I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Now, the next thing I add, what's the recipe say? Now I add the vanilla. After it's fully creamed, this is not quite fully creamed, but close enough. You add the egg, the vanilla, and the almond extract. And you do the same over here. Alright, here we go. Flour around. See the flour cloud? Here at the top. A little flour cloud there too. It's not as big though. getting incorporated. This one, everybody's down in the middle. Not down in the middle. And to scrape it, you saw what I had to do. It's a trick to get in there and scrape it, because that beater will come around and hit you. Okay, that's that. What do we have? What have I done? What happened here? There. That is cookie dough, well made. I better taste some for you. What is going on down here at the bottom? The bottom, it's the same stuff all the way down. It's homogeneous. Okay. Good cookie recipe, by the way. Okay. Over here, I gotta drop down, get this thing off, get the bowl out. Okay, now what do I have? Can you see what I'm doing? You can't see what I'm doing. Head down. Okay. And it is also homogeneous. So they both get the job done, and you saw what it takes to deal with either one of them. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.